Hello friends, I am Sanjay. You are watching the Sanjay TV and Sloka channel. You are watching this channel. Please subscribe and support to my channel and like and share and subscribe this video. What is this new video you are thinking? This video is the series of the Earth. This is a very length series of the Earth. We know the Earth is had many countries and many time zones and and latitudes and longitudes and different types of land features such as mountain, plateaus, plains, rivers, valley, bay, etc. We don't know about the full of Earth. We know about the Earth only 15 percentage. Other 85 percentages don't know. You will see other 85 percentage in this series. First, this is the Google map. You all know already, but the Google calculates the Google what calculates with the China this place, India this place, United States of America this place, Canada this place. Why? Because the Google understands the globe. What is globe? Let's explain. We are living on the planet of Earth, which is found third from the sun. Since the earth is huge and we live on a very small area, we are not able to see the earth as a whole. But when we travel to space, we can see as a whole. So, in order to see the shape of the earth as a whole and to know its unique features, a three-dimensional model of the earth was created by the specific scale. What is the several uh, la- surface land of the Earth? The surface area of the Earth is 510.1 million square kilometers. The Earth, which was spherical, is flat and the poles are bulges at the equator. The Earth cannot be compared with any other geometrical shape called geoid. As it has very unique shape. Hence its shape is called as geoid. The earth moves around the sun. It also rotates from the west to east on its axis at an inclination of 23 1 by 2 degree. The globe is also inclined at an angle of 23 1 by 2 degree. The axis of an imaginary line, it is not actually found on the earth. You have one doubt. Who discovered the globe or who invented the globe? The first globe was created by the Greeks in the year 150 CE or 150 Common Era. Lines on the globe. We know many lines on the globe like equator, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle, and poles. These imaginary lines are known as latitudes and longitudes. Who was you, you say, or you had on one doubt? Who described the latitudes and longitudes in the globe? Ptolemy, a Greco-Roman mathematician, astronomer, and geographer, was the first person to draw the lines of latitude and longitude on a map. In his book, Geographia, a detailed description about the Earth's surface, its size and circumference, and many locations based on the lines of latitude and longitude are given. You say, what is mean latitudes and longitudes? We first see the latitudes. The imaginary lines which drawn horizontally on east and west direction on the earth are called the lines of or parallels of latitudes. The 0 degree line of latitude, which divides the earth into two halves, is known as the equator. From the equator, parallel lines are drawn towards the north and south poles at equal intervals. The latitudinal extent between 1 degree line of latitude on Earth is 101 kilometers. Since the Earth is a geoid shape, the length of the lines of latitude decreases from the equator towards to the south and north poles. The 90-degree north and south poles are not found as lines but as points. The lines of latitude that are drawn horizontally between the equator and the North Pole are called northern latitudes, and those which are found between the equator and the South Pole are called southern latitudes. The lines of latitude consist of 89 parallels in the northern hemisphere and the 89 parallels in the southern hemisphere. One at the equator and two poles are found as points. Totally are there 181 parallels found on Earth. Do you know? The equator is the largest of all lines of latitude. Hence, it is also known as the Great Circle. The Earth is divided into four hemispheres. The four hemispheres are Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, Eastern Hemisphere, and Western Hemisphere. First, we see latitude hemisphere. What is meant by latitude hemisphere? The northern hemisphere and the southern hemispheres are latitudinal hemisphere. The eastern hemisphere and the western hemispheres are longitudinal hemisphere. First, we see latitudinal hemisphere. The northern hemisphere. The area of the earth found between the equator 0 degree and the north pole 90-degree north is called the northern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere. The area of the earth from the equator 0 degree to the south pole 90-degree south is called the southern hemisphere. The location of any country or place is based on the divisions of this hemisphere. We go to longitudinal hemisphere before we know the important lines of latitude. What is important lines of latitude? We see. Let's see. The Earth rotates on its axis at an inclination of 23 1 by 2 degree. It also revolves around the Sun while rotating, based on the angle at which the Sun's rays fall on the Earth. Certain lines of latitude gain significance. First one, North Pole, arc 90 degree north, Arctic Circle 66 1 by 2 degree north, Tropic of Cancer 23 1 by 2 degree north, Equator 0 degree, Tropic of Capricorn 23 1 by 2 degree south, Antarctic Circle 66 1 by 2 degree south, South Pole 90 degrees south. Do you know 0 degree north and south 23 1 by 2 degree north and south lines of latitude are called low latitudes. 23 1 by 2 degree north and south, 66 1 by 2 degree north and south lines of latitudes are called middle latitudes. 66 1 by 2 degree north and south, 90 degree north and south lines of latitude are called high latitudes. The sun's rays do not fall equally on the parts of the earth. They fall vertically over the equator and slanting towards the poles. Thus, all the places on earth do not have the same amount of temperature. Based on the amount of heat received from the sun, the lines of latitude help in dividing the earth into different climatic zones. There are three types of climatic zones or frigid zone 90 degree north and south, temperate zone, frigid zone north pole and south pole to Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle, temperate zone Arctic and Antarctic Circle to Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn, torrid zone Tropic of Cancer to equator and Tropic of Capricorn to equator, that is called torrid zone. First, we see the torrid zone. What is torrid zone? The region from the equator towards from the Tropic of Cancer, 23 1 by 2 degree north, and the Tropic of Capricorn, 23 1 by 2 degree south, is called the torrid zone. The sun's rays fall vertically over this region, and the average temperature is very high. Hence, this region is known as the torrid zone. Tem- Temperate zone. Next, we see the temperate zone. What is temperate zone? From the Tropic of Cancer 23 1 by 2 degree north to the Arctic Circle 66 1 by 2 degree north. From the Tropic of Capricorn 23 1 by 2 degrees south to the Antarctic Circle 66 1 by 2 degrees south. The sun rays fall slantingly. Moderate temperature prevails in this region. Hence, this region is called temperate zone. Frigid zone. From the Arctic Circle to the North Pole and from the Antarctic Circle to the South Pole. The sunrise fall further inclined throughout the year. The temperature is very low, hence this region is known as frigid zone. Do you know some line of latitude are also called by the following names in Tamil? Latitude Agalangu, longitude Nettangu, equator நிலநடுவரை, Tropic of Cancer கடகவரை, Tropic of Capricorn மகரவரை. Source from அறிவியல் களஞ்சியம், the Tamil University. Next, we see about the longitudes. The imaginary line drawn vertically connecting the North Pole and South Pole are called the lines of meridians of the longitude. These lines of longitude are seen as semicircles. The 0 degree line of longitude is called the prime meridian. There are 180 lines of longitude towards the east and west from the prime meridian. So, there are totally 360 lines of longitude. These lines of converge at the poles. The 180 degree west and 180 degree east of longitude are the same line. The lines of longitude that are found between the prime meridian and the 180 degree east line of longitude are called eastern longitude. And the line of longitude that are found between the prime meridian 0 degree to the and the 180-degree west line of longitude are called western longitudes. Two opposite meridians form a great circle. Do you know? The lines of longitude are found as semicircles covering 111 kilometers at the equator, 79 kilometers at 45-degree latitude, and no space between the lines at the poles. Next, we see the eastern hemisphere and western hemisphere. In the previous latitudes, we say longitudinal hemisphere, eastern hemisphere, and western hemisphere. This is eastern hemisphere. The part of the earth between 0 degree line of longitude and the 180-degree east line of longitude is known as the eastern hemisphere. Western hemisphere. The part of the earth from 0 degree line of longitude to 180-degree west line of longitude is called western hemisphere. This line, this is the this is not the line, the imaginary line of longitude. This is 180-degree line of longitude called international dateline. This is the this is the prime meridian crossing the British Islands. One specialite, one specialite fact: the London as the uh, middle of the prime meridian. Example: the River Thames crosses the London city. The London Bridge is famous uh, because of the one side of land is a different time. The other side of land is different time. Because of the prime meridian, Greenwich meridian crosses the Thames River and the London city and the London Bridge. Next, we see the significant lines of longitude. Greenwich meridian. Yes, we say we say about this time. Greenwich meridian. The Royal Astronomical Observatory is located at the Greenwich near London in England. According to the International Meridian Conference held in 1884 in Washington, D.C., in the USA, all nations agreed on choosing the Greenwich Meridian as the international standard meridian in 0 degree. This line of longitude is called the prime meridian, and it is also known as the Greenwich Meridian because it passes through the Greenwich. Prime meridian. Prime meridian. This is called the prime meridian, and this opposite side is international dateline. Next, next we see about the international dateline. What is international dateline? We see the 180-degree line of longitude has been fixed as the international dateline, drawn on the Pacific Ocean between Alaska and Russia through Bering Strait. If a person crosses the line from the west to east, he loses a day. On the other hand, when he crosses from the east to west, he gains a day. Based on this, the date is fixed for different countries or regions of the world. Do you know? The international date line is not straight. If the line is drawn straight, two places in the same country have different dates. So, the international deadline is found in zigzag to avoid confusion. Earth grid. What is meant by Earth grid? We see the latitudes and longitudes are mixed in the globe map is called the Earth grid. We see the Earth with the latitudes and longitudes mixed. This is shaped like a max checked note, and we see like a cell in the Microsoft Excel. What is mean Earth grid? Let's see. The imaginary lines of latitude and longitude form a grid-like pattern on the surface of the Earth, known as the Earth grid or geographic grid. To locate a place exactly on Earth, the latitudinal and longitudinal extensions are required. Longitude and time. As many as 360 lines of longitude are drawn to connect the north and south poles around the earth. 180 degree on the eastern hemisphere and 180 degree on the western hemisphere. Time is calculated on the basis of the lines of longitude. Local time. What is meant by local time? When the sun is overhead on a particular line of longitude, it is the 12 noon at all the places located on that line of longitude. This is called local time. The sun is overhead on a line of longitude only once in a day. So the local time differs for every line of longitude. When the sun is overhead the Greenwich meridian at 12 noon, it is the local time of that place. The world time is calculated by the standard line of longitude. It is known as the Greenwich Mean Time, GMT. For example, if the time is 12 noon at the Greenwich Meridian, it is 12:04 p.m. at 1 degree east line of longitude and 11:56 a.m. at the 1 degree west line of longitude. So, as one moves towards the east from any meridian, the time increases, and if one moves towards the west from any meridian, time decreases. Do you know? The word meridian is derived from the Latin word meridianus. It means midday. Medius means middle. Dies means day. So, meridian means the position of the sun is found overhead at the place at noon. Second one, AM. AM means anti-meridian. Meridian means before noon. PM meaning post-meridian. Post means after or later. Afternoon. Standard time. What is meant by standard time? The local time is calculated when the sun is overhead at noon. Many lines of longitude may pass through a country. Countries may or may not observe a common time. The standard time of a country or a part of it is calculated keeping a particular meridian as a standard ones. The meridian are selected in multiples of 15 degree or 7 1 by 2 degree. It is done in such a way that the variations of the standard time from the Greenwich is expressed either as 1 hour or 1.5 hour. Indian Standard Time. All countries have standard time. We previous says the countries may or may not observe a standard time. The one of the countries observe your standard time. Example, the Indian Standard Time. We see about the Indian Standard Time. The longitudinal extent of India is from 68 degree 7 forward east to 97 degree 25 forward east. As many as 29 lines of longitude pass through India. Having 29 standard time is not logical. Hence, 82 1 by 2 degree east line of longitude is observed as the prime meridian to calculate the Indian standard time. Do you know the 82 1 by 2 degree east line of longitude passes through Mirzapur near Allahabad or Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh. This is located at the equal distance from Guamota in Gujarat and Kibutu in Arunachal Pradesh. Time zones. The world has 24 time zones. Some countries have a great longitudinal extent. So, they have more than one standard time. Example, Russia has 7 time zones. We saw above the lines of latitude and longitude drawn on the globe. Besides these physical landforms, seas, oceans, countries, etc., are also found on the globe. We see one, we see many facts. The important fact is, let's see, the Earth takes 1 day to rotate on its axis. 1 day equal to 24 hours. 1 hour equal to 60 minutes. 24 hours equal to 24 into 60. 1440 minutes. The angle of the earth 360 degree. 360 degree equal to 360 longitudes. So 1 degree equal to 1440 by 360 equal to 4 minutes. In 4 minutes equal to dash 1 degree rotation. In 60 minutes equal to 60 by 4, 15 degree rotation. So in an hour the earth rotates 15 degrees. Okay, this video is your liked. Please click the like button, share button and subscribe button and to support to my channel. Stay tuned. Watch my channel. Bye.